Okay, I'm ready. Okay, hello, my name is Lisa. I didn't post it for 3 weeks because now I'm in such interesting period. I would even say that it could be a transition period for me. I'm so nervous now. It's like my private confession. I decided to quit design. I said it. I'm a senior product designer and I've been working in the design sphere for almost 7 years. It's changing a lot, the sphere in general. I have my own 5 reasons why I decided to quit this sphere. Before that, it's fair that, said a bit about my experience. I started the design career in 2020. After that period of time, when we all were at home, everything was locked. You know what I mean? Because I know that on YouTube I have some restrictions about some words, but I'm pretty sure that you got what I want to say. My friend said to me okay, and before that time, I was fired from my previous job. I was working as a merchandiser. This is the position when you set the clothes in some specific store, in some specific shop. And I was working at that sphere for 4 years, and then I was fired because I didn't want to actually continue doing this, and it ended up like this. And my friend said to me, maybe you should try the UI UX design. And I was like, what is it? Because I remember that at the school time, I liked to create a presentation in PowerPoint. I'm so sorry, yeah? And it was so close. In 2020, I thought it was close, but it's still a creative sphere. And I decided to try. After 1 or 2 months, I already worked in my first IT company. It was an outsourced company. I was working there for two and a half years before the war started. Then we stopped our collaboration in 2022. And then I just changed the different companies. Some of them were the product companies, some of them was outsourced companies, and for the last 3-something years, I was working in the product companies for American market. And 2 years ago, it was a situation where I got 2 part-time jobs in parallel, and I was okay. But then in 1 month, they both said to me that, "Hey Lisa, we want you to switch to a full-time job." And there I started my journey to full-time jobs, and I was working like this for 1 year approximately. Then in 2025, one of this position, so we decided to stop our collaboration. It was a different factors. I didn't want to stop, at this topic. It was one of this company was Israel company, another one was American company. And start from 2025, I was working only for American company for full-time job. It was a product company in a fintech. Everything was fine, but I started thinking that maybe I want to try something else. But then I started thinking that it's my job. I'm okay with my salary. I like this job. I like the design, I like the product design, I like the UI UX design, and so on. But in the beginning of this year, in 2026, I started thinking that I've outgrown it. Don't get me wrong, that doesn't mean that I'm a super pooper UI UX or product designer, no. But it's some specific feeling in my gut. I understood that what if in one day I will lose this job? Who am I? That was pretty scary because the answer, I didn't find the right answer. And then I understood that maybe I want to quit it all and start something else maybe. But anyway, I still have 5 reasons and I want to share today it with you. The first reason, burnout or even procrastination, because I caught myself that I continue doing the same actions, the same designs, the same screens, because in a product, it sometimes could be hard to create something new because you have, your stable design system, your stable the design patterns, and all what you are doing. It could be interesting sometimes, but still around the same product with the same task actually. And I understood that, this feeling when you are doing something, you are working, but without possession, I don't know. So it's no longer give me power, it's no longer give me any good emotions. So I was working because I still like doing it. I'm pretty good at this, and why not? Okay, so I, as a habit, it was my first sign when I understood that if I start thinking that maybe it still exists something else for me, maybe I should try something else. But I forgot to say that 2 months ago, as I said in my previous videos, I was fired. But before I was fired, I guess, in January or in February, somewhere there, I guess in January in the beginning of this year, I started thinking that I want to quit. And then the universe said like, okay, sweetie, I heard you. And I wasn't even upset. And it was another sign that I asked myself why I'm not upset. I lose my job and I was struggling to find something else. And to be honest, I didn't want to try that hard to find a new position, because definitely I could do more, but I didn't. I thought that maybe it was laziness, but it's not. I'm not a lazy person. The second reason, the ceiling of profession. I mean, from the financial perspective. You could be the best designer ever. You could work in, I don't know, like in Google, in Apple, whatever, but it's still ceiling exist. You could, reach only, I don't know, like X amount of money per month, per year, doesn't matter, and that's it. And expand it, improve it. It's only to take 2 projects, 3 projects, and it's hard because after doing 1 project, maybe you still have some energy and motivation and creativity for the second project, but for the third one or more, it's like impossible. You would do the bullshit, let's be honest. Another thing, I believe that when you set a goal for yourself, like I want to earn X amount of money per month, or I want to buy a new car, I want to buy a new house, and continue doing what you are doing, it's like impossible. And the universe push you out from this scenario and put you in another scenario where you could earn this money. It's my religion, I believe in it. If you are not believing that thought in that statement, it's okay. Maybe I just try to justify, the situation, but I feel that not. I really believe in it. The third reason, independence and flexible schedule. You could say the IT sphere, it's one of the most flexible sphere in the world. Agree, but you still have your boss, you still have the tasks, you still have deadlines, and the end point, you work for someone. You give this energy, you give your creativity to someone. Don't get me wrong, I don't say that this is bad working in a corporation, to working on someone, not at all. But if you're a creative person and you want to create not even something good, but if you want to create, maybe you are painting, or your passion is fixing cars, and maybe you will open your service in the future, or you, work with social media. You do branding, but not for someone, but you want to open your own design agency. Who knows? From this perspective, I got myself that even if I find a new position, I would definitely get fired in some day. I can't avoid this scenario. I don't want to pretend that I'm not scary. I'm scary. It's some period of time, pretty interesting. I really so I like the YouTube actually. I like to film the video. I like to edit in this video. I like all of this attributes around YouTube, around the social media. I don't like actually the Insta, my possession, not even possession. I like to share my thoughts, to express myself. I thought that I could do it only in my culture, because I don't understand another country's culture. I don't understand how they, even sometimes joking, because I could only transfer my own perception to my channel. And then I thought it's actually okay, because I'm not American, I'm Ukrainian, and I just want to share my thoughts, and I just want to share some parts of my life. I'm not gonna be, and I would never be, someone from another culture, and it's okay. About independence and flexible schedule, if we're talking about the social media, about like YouTube, for example, it's full-time job and it's hard job, but you're doing it for yourself, it's your own boss. It's easy to understand that all what you're doing, it's around your own child, I would even say. Your own project. That's why. Okay. Fourth reason, the impact of AI on the profession and changing roles, changing requirements. Now one person, it's not only designer, it's supposed to be AI engineer, design engineer, AI specialist, designer, product designer, UI UX designer, all of these different people in one. I came across this when I started job hunting. So it's not enough now, today, to be a good product designer. No, not at all. The recruiters start asking you about the AI, how many years do you use it, especially in a design, definitely, not just asking about your disease or you have pain in somewhere. And I was like, why? I use the AI in a design, but only for research, because I still like doing it by myself. That's why I like the design originally, from the very, very beginning. Why I like it? It's because creating something by yourself, not to use an AI, just to create something. And now, for me, it seems like you can't do anything before asking AI. You can't do... It's like pointless for some companies or for the hiring managers, for the technical interviewers. If you are not using AI for your regular tasks, if you are not trying to optimize this process, you are stupid. Girl. I'm still liking doing it by myself. I like to create screens, the workflows, the design system, and so on. But now it's not necessary. It's even not the requirements. From some perspective, it's still, I'm not saying about everyone or about, all companies. It's definitely, we still have some companies which still want a good specialist. But without AI, it's hard to imagine that this sphere could exist. And I caught myself that it's no longer the position and the sphere where I want to work. It's not about the design anymore. It's about at least 60% of AI analysis, AI analytic, AI prototyping. I need to agree that with the research, AI works like incredible. But if we are talking the creating something, the flows, the different, tasks and all of this, pipelines, it's not about the people anymore. It's about AI, and you should learn it. If you have some ideas, you should test it through the AI, but not by yourself. If you need to create new screen, you should use the AI, because if you are not, you're a stupid designer. If you want to create a prototype, you definitely need to use AI. And even more, the new positions on the market now, it's only my perception. That's what I thought, and that's what I saw. Now it's not the senior product designer or senior UI/UX designer, it's more design engineer, which means that you need to, after design with AI, create a code through the vibe coding and then review it definitely. I'm sorry, I don't want to be an engineer. If I want to be an engineer, I would learn the React, Node.js, and all of this stuff, and became a front-end developer or back-end developer. I guess this point, one of the most crucial for me, through these 5 reasons, when I understood that, and from that point I thought maybe it's my imposter syndrome, or I'm not a real designer, I'm a lazy person, I don't want to, so I very, I don't want to change anything, because our brain works like this, that it's scary for us to change the picture, to change the scenario, all of this stuff. But then I understood that not at all, because I want to even try something completely new for me. And I don't know, would I have impact or not? But actually, I thought I would definitely have this impact in one day. But that shows me I'm not scary. Try something new. I really don't want to do what I don't want. Interesting thought. Okay. And 5th reason, I ask myself, do I want to do it in next 5 or 10 years? Do I want to be a designer for the next 5 or 10 years? And my answer was no. Actually, that's it. I even don't need to explain this last reason, because it was my inner voice that I no longer want to work in this sphere. And I was working here and continue trying to find a new position, because we're supposed to be, we need to have some financial education, okay? And I understand that this transition period, I should, pay my bills and all of this stuff. And that's why I want to find another job. But it's really hard. The market really hard now, and I even lower my expectations regarding to salary and all of this stuff, but it's still hard to find something. Maybe I would will find some part-time or something like this, just from the perspective that I need to earn some money during this transition period, like 100%. I don't want to describe myself as a designer anymore, and I don't want to stay and continue my growth in this sphere. Some summary of this video. I decided that, I want to start, and not even start, but continue my blogger career. I already have my YouTube channel in Ukraine, but also I want to push myself more. I decided to read this like a full-time job, this YouTube channel as well, and post it really consistently. I take this obligation and promise myself. I want to know your thoughts. Please leave some comments. I would like to read them. Subscribe if you find it interesting. Thank you for watching, and see you in my next videos. Bye.